The red carpet premiere of The Crimson Crown wasn't just a movie debut, it was a resurrection. And Elena, the queen of the Oscars, had just risen from the grave. 3 years after the Malibu fire that nearly ended her career, she stood there radiant, reborn, ready for vengeance. And yes, she said into a forest of microphones, the rumors are true. I'm in a relationship. She turned, and her new manager, Simon, stepped forward. He wrapped an arm around her waist, that smug little smile on his face like he owned the world. I just want to take a moment, Simon said smoothly, to thank Evan for leaving her at the perfect time. The crowd gasped. Elena took the mic, her smile sharp and bitter. Evan, she said, the Grammy winner? Guess he's just another name lost to time now, huh? And just like that, 100 cameras swung toward me. Flashbulbs exploded. Searching then found me, sitting in the back row, hidden in the dark. My mouth opened on instinct, trying to say something, anything. But nothing came out, not a sound. My throat locked up like always. My voice was one more thing the Malibu fire had stolen from me. Cold sweat ran down my spine, mixing with the relentless strobe of cameras and the sudden wave of whispers around me. God, how dare he even show up? Didn't he dump her right after the fire? I heard he's some rich widow's boy toy now. He's just here to ride her fame, obviously. I tried to stay calm, staring straight ahead, but every word sliced into me like a blade. Finally, the lights dimmed. I exhaled in the dark, like I'd just come up for air. The screen flickered to life. The stage lights flared, and there she was, Elena. Her face, flawless after reconstruction, stunning enough to steal the air from the room. She walked out hand in hand with a man whose face I knew all too well. They said she'd reveal her new love tonight, and it was him, Simon, her manager, her old obsessed fan. The crowd erupted. Fan Mary's idol, the perfect Hollywood fairy tale. Hi everyone, she said, her voice smooth, practiced. I'm Elena, and this is my fiancé, Simon. Simon, now I remembered. He used to show up at her film sets, send flowers every day. Back then I thought he was harmless, a devoted fan. I even caught him following us once on Sunset Boulevard. And now here he was, center stage, bathed in light, smiling like he hadn't stolen a thing. While I sat in the shadows, an outsider in the story I once lived. I couldn't take it anymore. I stood up, ready to slip out quietly. But before I could, a reporter shouted, "Is it true Elena's ex, Evan, is here tonight? Any words you two want to share?" The room froze. Simon tightened his grip on her hand, looked straight into the dark where I sat, and smiled that calm, victorious smile. "I'd like," Simon said into the mic, "to thank Evan on Elena's behalf for not marrying her when he had the chance." The entire theater held its breath. Then Elena looked at me, her eyes cold as steel. "A washed-up star," she said, "doesn't deserve to stand next to an Oscar winner." As if on cue, Simon dropped to one knee, flipped open a ring box right there in the spotlight. Elena nodded. The room exploded in cheers. Some reporters even wiped away tears. I shot to my feet, desperate to get out. But it was too late. Cameras turned, flashes blinding. My darkness became a stage of humiliation. "What are you doing here, Evan? Still hung up on her? Did you really dump her after the fire? What about that sugar mama rumor?" I cover my face, pushing through the crowd. My breath hitched, my heart crushed under the weight. And through all the chaos, I saw her, Elena, staring at me, proud, distant, as if she'd never known what I gave up for her. "Evan, say something," someone yelled. I opened my mouth. My throat burned, raw like it was full of knives. Nothing, not a sound. After that night, hell opened its gates. I didn't need the news to tell me. I could hear it through the endless buzz of my phone on the table. "Turn it off." "Evan," said Liz, my manager, my only friend pacing my apartment, angrier than I was. "Don't read that garbage." But I did. TMZ, Twitter, Variety. Every headline hit like a punch. Grammy winner falls silent after ex's public humiliation. From star to scandal. Evan crashes Elena's premiere. They dug up everything. Old photos of us, Elena, flying cross-country to visit my set, bringing late-night food to the studio. Now, those memories were proof of my supposed betrayal. A close source just told the press, Liz read from her phone, shaking with rage, that you never visited her after the Malibu fire and dumped her by text. I stared at the wall. Yeah, I did. Perfect, Liz growled. They're already using hashtags. Hashtag social climber. Hashtag sugar baby. Bastards. And then came the final blow. Simon posted a photo from a family dinner sitting beside Elena, wearing a wedding ring. The caption, "My wife, the most powerful woman in Hollywood." He even used the trending hashtag about me. Minutes later, Elena posted two right at prime time. A shot of her staring out at the ocean. Turn your past into shame and your present into pride. I stared at the simple silver ring on her hand in the photo. It wasn't the one I'd forged myself, the one she used to wear back when we lived in that tiny apartment in Hollywood Hills. The same ring she had on when she whispered in my ear, "When I win an Oscar, you'd better write me a song. You owe me that." I teased her. "And what if you don't win?" She laughed. "You dare doubt your future wife?" 3 years later, she had her golden statue. And another man. "Evan," Liz snatched the phone from my hand. She handed me a glass of water and a few pills. "You got a thing for punishing yourself, or what?" "Burns, a ruined voice, and now you're torturing yourself with this crap. Is it worth it?" I swallowed the pill, bitterness sliding down my throat. "You're not going to say anything?" she asked. I looked at the dark phone screen. The photo of her smiling with that wedding ring. She was getting married. I picked up a notebook and pen, scribbled a line, and handed it to Liz. What's there to explain? An ex like me should know when to disappear. I wrote it again, slower this time. An ex like me should know when to disappear. Liz stared at me like I just stabbed myself. She was about to yell when her phone rang. She frowned, checked the screen, then froze. "Evan," she said, disbelief in her voice. "The director of The Crimson Crown just heard one of your old demos. They're impressed. They want to talk about the soundtrack. The Crimson Crown." My blood went cold. That wasn't just any film. It was the novel Elena used to obsess over. The one she read to me late at night in our old Malibu house. The heroine, strong, betrayed, but ultimately victorious, was basically her reflection. I wrote those demos for her, back when she'd fall asleep over the script before the fire came. Liz hesitated. "There's one thing. Elena, she's already been cast as the lead." The faint smile on my lips vanished. They said, Liz continued, "If you want in, you'll have to meet her. Face to face." I grabbed my whiteboard and wrote, firm and final, "Forget it." Liz was about to argue when my phone, the one she was holding, vibrated. A text from a number I deleted long ago, but still recognized instantly. She read it aloud. "Beverly Hills Hotel. Room 8023. 20 minutes. Don't be late." No greeting. No name. It was her. I swallowed a few more painkillers, the old burn throbbing beneath my skin. Took a deep breath. Forced out a sound, my voice rough, broken. "Let's just go." Well, I got there, right on time. Elena opened the door. Silk robe, wet hair dripping down her shoulders. No one else was there. I froze on the threshold, too afraid to step in. Two people who once loved each other, alone in a Hollywood hotel room that's never accidental. She turned, frowning, her tone like steel. "If you're not going to talk, then get out." My fist tightened. I stepped forward and wordlessly placed a small USB drive on a glass table. Label, Crimson Crown, soundtrack demo. Elena's lips curled into a cold, mocking smile. She didn't take it. She just sat down on the couch, arms crossed, eyes slicing through me like I was something filthy. "Simon's after this project too," she said slowly, calm as ever. "Professionally or personally, I have no reason to hand it to you." My chest sank. "So that's why she called me here, to humiliate me. You used to be willing to risk everything for a Grammy," she went on, her gaze razor sharp. "And now for a movie deal." She paused, looked me over from head to toe. "Sleeping with me one more time doesn't sound that bad, does it?" I went still. The air was sucked right out of the room. I couldn't believe those words came out of her mouth, the same woman who once knew me better than anyone. She knew what I'd lost in that Malibu fire, my voice, my music, my future, and now she was twisting the knife with it. Elena stood up and walked toward me, a cold, cruel smile curling on her lips. "Did I hit a nerve, Evan?" she whispered, her voice laced with amusement. "You're pathetic." Then she looked me up and down, appraising me like a piece of merchandise. "Still in decent shape, though," she said, smirking. could be fun for one night. As she spoke, her fingers brushed the buttons of my shirt a gentle touch, but full of disdain. I caught her hand and shoved it away. She froze. For a split second, a flash of wild fury burned in her eyes. My rejection had hit her pride. Don't pretend to be all virtuous, she snarled, grabbing my collar and yanking hard. All of Hollywood knows you're just some producer's boy toy, wanting to hook you up with someone richer. The fabric scraped against the old burn scars on my back, and a searing pain shot through me deep, bone deep. I clenched my teeth, fighting to hold it in. And then, a sound escaped me for the first time in 3 years. It wasn't a word, just a broken rasp, a metallic scrape like steel grinding against stone. Elena froze. Her mask of arrogance shattered, replaced by shock. Your voice? She whispered again, her face collapsing into disbelief. Your voice. I pushed her away and staggered back, gasping for air. My throat burned like I'd swallowed fire. My heart pounded, and the pain echoed inside me like the ghost of a song erased from the world. Then came the sound of a keycard at the door. Elena, the flight got canceled. Simon stood frozen in the doorway, keycard still in hand, staring between us, me, and Elena, who was still wrapped in a damp bathrobe. You too, Elena almost screamed, her voice trembling but cold, trying desperately to hide her panic. Evan, get out. She shoved me toward the door. I didn't fight back. I just wanted to get away. As I passed Simon, he suddenly grabbed my arm, and before I could react, his fist slammed into my face. The world spun. Blood filled my mouth, hot and metallic. Simon, Elena screamed, grabbing his arm, her tone breaking into frantic pleading. It's not what you think. Just listen to me. I didn't look back. I walked straight down the hall. The door slammed behind me, a hard, hollow sound like a verdict. When the elevator doors opened, Liz was waiting in the hotel lobby. My whole body was trembling, not just from the punch, but from the burning pain of the reopened scars. My lips were cracked and pale. Liz's face went white when she saw me. She rushed forward, digging painkillers out her purse. Did he hurt you again? She asked, her voice shaking with anger. I just shook my head. I didn't have the strength to speak. I just wanted silence. When we got home, I unbuttoned my shirt to apply the ointment. Simon's punch was nothing, but Elena's grip had torn the old burns open again. Liz nearly lost it when she saw my back. Jesus Christ, she cried. Did he hit you again? I turned, trying to signal her. No, I forced out, but it came out as a ragged hiss. That bastard, she went on, not hearing me. Has he completely lost his mind? After everything, you almost died in that Malibu fire because of him, and now this? I grabbed her hand, pleading for her to stop. I didn't want to remember that night, the flames, the smoke, her crying, and my voice breaking forever. Liz's hands still trembled as she gently applied the medicine. She was about to leave when her phone rang. She glanced at the screen and froze. Then her face lit up, her voice breaking with joy. Evan, great news. The Crimson Crown team just confirmed they want to work with us. They want us to sign the deal this week. I sat on the bed, still trembling, clutching a glass of water. A contract. After all this, it took me a long while before I managed to nod. Go ahead, I murmured. Liz smiled softly and left, but I couldn't feel any joy. I once wanted every chance I got to come from music, not from pity, not from the filthy politics behind closed doors. This felt wrong. Everything about the project moved too smoothly, almost suspiciously so. The studio sent notes asking for the score to feel grander, more dramatic, to match the lead character's image. I shut myself inside the studio. It had been 3 years since I opened those original tracks. I realized they carried more emotion than technique. Even though I told myself I was composing for a fictional character, in my mind, the heroine was always Elena. Every note, every lyric, just pieces of our memories. It felt like I was flipping through the pages of a love diary that should have stayed buried. I remember the first time I met her. She was just an unknown actress back then, and I had just won my first Grammy. She stood backstage, hesitant, eyes down, too shy to approach. I broke the tension with a joke. You want an autograph? She blushed, then looked up at me, steady and bold. If I could, she whispered, I'd rather have your number. After that, she started texting, asking me out to dinner. Some nights, we'd talk on the phone until we both fell asleep. Then came the hand-holding, the kisses, the falling in love. It all felt so natural, like fate itself. I remember once mentioning I missed the steam buns in San Francisco. The next morning, she showed up at my door with a box of them, still warm. She'd taken the earliest flight just to bring them back. I threw myself into work touring, recording, pushing harder because I wanted her to have the best life possible. Back then, I truly believed she was the one. I never thought we'd end up here. I still remember the night I proposed. It's the last warm memory I have. It was right after my first Grammy. I made her a simple silver ring myself. She had just landed the lead role in The Crimson Crown. She was at the peak of her career, just one step away from the golden statue. She got emotional, but still said, "Evan, just give me one more year, okay?" I was disappointed, but I understood. That was the most important moment of her career. I smiled, pretending to tease her. "Then let's celebrate your new movie first. What do you want as a gift?" Elena looked up, pinched my cheek playfully. When I won an Oscar, she said, "Write me a song. You owe me that." Now, I'm writing music for her first film since winning that Oscar. Maybe in some twisted way, we both got what we wanted. Even though the burns still torture me every day, even though my voice sometimes breaks into hoarse gasps, being back in the studio, touching the piano keys again, it feels like I'm alive. I practice speaking every day at rehab, fixing the lyrics bit by bit. Gradually, I could form whole sentences again. Life tied to hospitals and painkillers finally had a hint of light. I thought the Malibu fire had burned everything away. I thought I'd moved on. I really did. But then, something unexpected happened. The day after I sent the final score, Liz took me to a press event. We just grabbed coffee when her phone rang. She listened for a moment, then her face went pale. "We'll look into it right away." "I'm so sorry," she stammered. I caught one word: plagiarism. Stolen music? My stomach dropped. Plagiarism. Liz hung up, her face heavy. Elena heard her track. She says it's too similar to one of Simon's old songs. She thinks you stole it. The coffee slipped from my hand, splattering across the floor. That song was mine. I wrote it 3 years ago in the Malibu house that burned down. How the hell could it match Simon's song? Liz immediately dragged me to the set of The Crimson Crown. The director said Elena was in the dressing room and wanted to see me alone. "I'll be fine," I told Liz, my voice cracking. "She's not gonna bite." I knocked lightly. "Come in." Her voice was cool, sharp, emotionless. I stepped inside. Elena had just finished a scene, makeup still on. She sat before the mirror, eyes glued to her phone. The lights hit her golden hair, reflecting off the mirror. It was like staring at the past, at the girl who once made me believe every love song was real. "Sit," she said, pointing at the chair across from her. I sat, keeping my distance. She smirked, a cold, half-smile that sliced through me. There was no love left in her eyes, only disdain. She played something on her phone. "Evan, sound familiar?" My face went pale. It was my original track. Every note, every breath. How does Simon have this?" I stammered. Her tone hardened. "He said he wrote it when he first started out. Every emotion in it is his about me. And you stole it." My fists clenched until I felt my nails cut into my palms. "No, that song is mine. That's my pain. The file metadata says 3 years ago," she said with a cruel laugh. "That's when you wrote it too, isn't it?" I froze. How could it match so perfectly? She stood, heels striking the floor like judgment. "You think I'm still the fool who believed you 3 years ago? You're the one who left me," she snapped. "You said you couldn't stand to be with a girl with burn scars on her face. And now you claim the feelings were yours. Evan, do you even have a heart?" My throat tightened. She seemed satisfied by my silence, my pain. "You'll apologize to Simon," she said softly, almost sweetly. "Admit you stole his demo until he forgives you. You've got 3 days," she added. "The evidence I have can erase you from this industry forever. I'm not here to negotiate. You don't have a choice." She gave a chilling smile. "Feels awful, doesn't it, losing your career? Did you ever think I felt the same back when you were too busy serving whatever sugar mama you had?" "Elena Vance?" I hissed through my teeth. She laughed. madness flickering in her eyes. Hate me, Evan. Feel the pain I lived through every single day. A knock at the door, Liz's voice broke the nightmare. Do what you want, Elena said coldly, turning away as she left the dressing room. I dragged myself back to the empty penthouse, desperate to find my original files. I tore through everything until I froze when my hard drive was missing. Then it hit me. That night at the hotel, when I tried to see her one last time and got dragged out by security, the USB with my demo was still on a coffee table. Simon took it. He stole my demo, changed the file name, and called it his own, then framed me for theft. The worst part? It really was the original, the one I wrote with my blood and what was left of my voice after the fire. Now, every shred of proof I have means nothing. For a musician, every song is a piece of their soul. And now, I have to watch someone else use mine to seduce the woman I once loved and bite back at me with it. The scars on my throat sting again. I haven't eaten all day. My vision blurs, edges going dark. In the haze, I hear the crackle of fire, explosions, screams for help, the smoke of Malibu. That sound still haunts me every night. Crazy thing is, back then, I had only one thought. I had to save her. I ran straight into the flames, smoke so thick I could barely breathe, the heat tearing at my lungs. I tried to pull Elena out of the collapsing bedroom, but the fire devoured everything. When I woke up, Liz was slumped beside my bed, sobbing. The doctor said my back and chest were severely burned, my vocal nerves possibly damaged forever. I didn't understand what that meant until I tried to speak. My voice came out broken, shredded. For a singer, your voice is your life. But the first thing I asked wasn't about me, it was about Elena. Liz said she couldn't get near the hospital. All info was sealed. I lay there, trapped between pain and rumors, until Elena's mother came to see me. Mrs. Vance, the Hollywood powerhouse, looked at me with pity. I thought she came with good news, but the first thing she said made my heart drop. Elena's face, it's burned. She told me the Crimson Crown was Elena's last shot at the Oscar. If Elena knew the truth, she'd give it all up to stay and take care of me. Mrs. Vance took my hand, her voice trembling. Evan, let her go. Please, let her go. I closed my eyes. I didn't want to be her anchor. I nodded, my voice barely a whisper. Okay, let her go. I don't know what Mrs. Vance told her, but weeks later, TNZep broke the news Elena had flown to London. She called me, her voice bursting with excitement. Evan, I got the lead role. It's that director we saw on our first date. If I'm lucky, this could be my Oscar. Don't forget you promised to write me a song. I should have been happy for her. I was the one who chose to let her go. But when the call ended, I pressed my phone to my chest and cried like a kid. 7 years of love, gone with a single click. I sent her a breakup text. Intentionally cruel, told her face disgusted me, that she was bad luck in my life. Then I shoved the phone into Liz's hand, almost begging, please block her. What I really wanted to say was that I believed in her, that one day she'd hold that golden statue. But I couldn't even say goodbye. My voice was gone. I told Liz to take the movie soundtrack deal, but only if they helped Elena rebuild her way back into Hollywood. People call me a kept man, but I didn't care. She deserved everything. And now, she pays me back by calling me a thief. I drag myself into the empty penthouse, stomach empty, mind spinning. The world fades to black. I hear it again, the fire, the explosion, the screams, the Malibu smoke. That sound still haunts me every damn night. I broke, but I couldn't apologize to Simon. I just couldn't. I tore the place apart looking for the original mix. And when I saw the hard drives lined up, my heart stopped, one was missing. Then it hit me. The night I ran to that hotel to meet Elena, the guards dragged me out. The USB with my demo, it was still on the table. Simon took it. He stole my demo, renamed the file, called it his own masterpiece, and accused me of plagiarism. Now, every piece of evidence I have is useless. No voice, no proof. That night, I sat in front of the screen till midnight. My hands trembled as I wrote not a letter, but a statement. It was long. I described every step of writing that song, every note, every lyric, every meaning behind it. I listed where we went, what we did, every date, every year. I explained how the USB went missing at that Malibu hotel before the wildfire. I just wanted one thing clear. I never stole anyone's music or anyone's feelings. That song was mine and Elena's story the best and the most painful years of my life. It was supposed to be the song I'd give her when she won the Oscar. Now it's the song that ends us. My fingers shook as I hit post. Even though it was 3 a.m., within 2 hours it was trending. I knew I had no timestamp proof, but the details were too real. People started doubting the other side. The tide began to turn. Liz sighed in relief, turned off the studio lights. Get some sleep, Evan. Tomorrow's another battle. The next morning, the Crimson Crown studio emailed me, wanted to renegotiate the contract. I knew what that meant. They were cutting me. I showed up anyway, and there was Elena and Simon's car parked out front, paparazzi already swarming. The second they stepped out, the flashes went wild. Elena, what do you think about Evan's plagiarism scandal? The manager tried to stop them, said no interviews today, but Elena raised her hand. It's okay, I'll speak. Chaos exploded. She linked arms with Simon, lifted a finger to her lips, signaling silence. Her hair fell perfectly on her shoulders, diamonds glinting under the lights. Still beautiful, still untouchable. My heart pounded as she scanned the crowd, then spoke calm, cold, composed. About the plagiarism thing, I'm really saddened by it. I reached out to Evan, asked him to apologize to Simon, but he refused to admit what he did. Her words hit like a bullet to the chest. She didn't need to say more. I understood. She went on. The simplest way to prove who copied who is to check the timestamps. Data doesn't lie. Yeah, that was her always knowing how to make herself look like the victim. A reporter asked, what do you think about Evan's statement? He mentioned all those memories you two shared. They matched the lyrics. Elena glanced my way, just for a second, but it was enough to hurt. Then she turned to the cameras and said softly, I'm sorry. I don't remember any of that. It's all just excuses from a thief. That one line, I don't remember, was enough to kill whatever chance I had left. Reporters swarmed me instantly. Blinding lights, questions cutting like knives. Evan, now that Elena confirmed you stole the song, what do you have to say? Liz tried to shield me, but I took a step forward. My throat burned. My voice cracked the first sound I'd made in 3 years. I'm not fighting anymore, I said, a faint smile on my lips. They can have it. That song used to be my love. Now, it's just a wedding gift for someone else. That moment, it felt like my world shattered into 1,000 pieces of glass, each one cutting deeper into my chest. Mr. Evan, rumor has it you've lost your voice. Is it true? Will you never sing again? I didn't answer, just pulled up my collar, walked past the security gate, and let the flashes and shouts fade behind me. Liz tried to hold them back, her voice cracking in the crowd. Elena, isn't this what you wanted? To destroy me? I thought. Congratulations, you did it. My memory of that night is just fragments now. I walked through the door, the light dimmed, and everything went black. Voices panicked, cameras clicked, Liz screamed, and in that chaos, I saw a flash of red address Elena's. The sirens wailed, fading, then closing in again. Someone grabbed my hand, but everything sank into darkness. In the haze, I heard her voice again, cold, detached. I don't remember. Don't remember? Fine. I don't want to remember either. Not the night I ran into the Malibu fire to save her, losing my voice, my future in the process. Not how stupidly I believed in love. That fire burned everything, my faith, my pride, my love, until all that was left was ash and emptiness. But in those ashes, I saw him, the man I used to be, standing under the Grammy lights, confident and unbroken. Evan, I've been waiting for you, he said. I woke up in the hospital, my whole body aching, yet strangely light inside. The nightmare was finally over. Liz wasn't by my side. From the hallway came muffled voices. Elena, I don't want to fight anymore. Just go, Liz said, her tone heavy, exhausted. Then came soft sobs. The door closed. Liz stepped in, saw I was awake, and rushed to help me sit up. I pointed toward the door. Elena? I whispered. Liz scoffed, eyes flashing with anger. Evan, she's not worth it. I smiled faintly. Worth it or not? Who really knows? Once you've chosen to sacrifice, there's no room for regret. She sat down, her face torn between pain and fury. Elena, you don't deserve to live with what he gave up for you, Liz said, her voice breaking. Evan ran into that fire to save you. He lost his voice, he lives with the scars, and he kept silent so you could keep your career. I froze. She knew. He's been writing music in secret for 3 years, selling demo after demo dirt cheap just to pave your way back into Hollywood. And you repay him by calling him a sugar baby? Liz's voice rose, tears spilling down her face. What the hell does he owe you, Elena? Maybe it's you who owes him everything. I said nothing, just listened. That was the truth, the raw truth of my 3 silent years. Liz sank into the hospital chair. Back then, your mother begged him to leave you to spare you from pain. Now I'm begging you let him go. Elena's world collapsed completely. I felt no pity, no satisfaction, just emptiness. Hours later, Liz and I talked. She was preparing the papers to sell the Hollywood house, planning to take me to Tahoe away from the cameras, the red carpets, the noise. She's still out there, Liz muttered, peeking through the peephole. That shadow won't leave. I told her to open the door. Elena stepped inside, covered in dust, dress wrinkled, hair a mess. She stood there, silent, staring at me. After a long pause, she whispered, "I'm sorry." 3 small words, not nearly enough. I shook my head, not sure if I meant it's okay or I don't want to hear it. I loved you too much, she said, eyes red. I knew this moment would be cruel. The more she hated me, the more it meant she still remembered. Liz said you lost your voice saving me in that Malibu fire. Is that true? She asked, her voice trembling. Elena, I cut her off, my tone raw. It's over. She looked at me, and I watched the last light fade from her eyes. Goodbye, I said softly with a faint smile. The farewell I owed her, finally spoken. After that, Elena went public, posted on Twitter and Variety, admitted the demo was mine, apologized to the world. She revealed everything about the Malibu fire, clearing the rumors that I was some rich woman's kept man. At the end, she announced her breakup with Simon and her withdrawal from the Crimson Crown. I closed my laptop and exhaled, not loving her any more. Funny how that felt like freedom. On her last day, Elena hesitated. Do you want to take a walk by the river? She asked. I nodded. It was the right way to end things. The night breeze from the a river brushed gently against the scars on my skin. We leaned against the bridge rail, watching the sun sink. She took out a small boxed ring I'd once made for her. If I could go back, I'd say yes. I was such an idiot. I caught the ring and tossed it into the air. The sunset caught the metal, flashing like a falling star before it vanished into the water. We can't go back, can we? She asked, her voice breaking. No, I said quietly. We can't. Evan, why are you still so kind to me? I'd rather you hated me. I don't hate you, I said softly. I'm just too tired to. I placed a hand on her shoulder, a final goodbye. Years later, I opened a small cafe in Santa Barbara. No red carpets, no noise, just peace. Elena left Hollywood too, spending her life helping burn victims through charity work. When asked why she gave up fame, she looked straight into the camera and said, because I still have a debt to pay. Fate isn't cruel. It's just fair in its own way.